Good morning. We are fixing to do some gentle yoga here today. So, if you have a mat, great. If you don't have a mat, no problem. You might want either a towel or a yoga mat, or a spare yoga mat, or a yoga blanket if you have one for today's sequence. If you don't, it's not a huge deal. You'll just, you can still get some of the benefits, but I will give you a moment to run grab you a towel or a yoga blanket or something before we get started. So if you do have a towel or a yoga blanket, you're going to want to have it folded longwise. So beach towel's great, whatever. You just want a nice little roll. So you can roll your blanket any way you want. You don't need it very high. It doesn't have to be high, so you don't have to have a big towel. If it's long enough, tuck it under like this so that you have a pillow to lie on. You're going to bring your towel, your yoga blanket, you can use a pillow, something, whatever. You're going to lie back on it in the center of your back. Your head is going to be resting on the pillow area. It can be up high. You can grab something if your towel is low. What I'm trying to do is get your chest lifted and so that your shoulders kind of hang off. So you want something kind of narrow because we're opening the chest this morning, opening your rib cage so that you can get some deeper breaths. You can have your knees bent if you'd like to. If it's more comfortable for you, that's perfectly fine. You can also have your legs out straight, or you can have something underneath your knees for support if that feels better for you. Making sure you get yourself nice and comfortable. For a lot of people who have back issues, you may have to kind of wiggle around and maneuver yourself a little bit so that you are nice and comfortable and this is not hurting your lower back. Now bring your arms out to the side with your palms up. I hope I gave you enough time to get your towel and stuff ready. We're going to do about a 30-45 minute practice. We will be done by 11 o'clock at the latest. And then I will post this video for you. So arms out to the side, palms up. I want you to gently close your eyes. I want you to relax your shoulders. Let those shoulders fall off your blanket or your towel, whatever it is you're using. Again, I want your shoulders to be off the ground, so your blanket or towel should be rolled thinly. So you should have this nice stretch across your chest and in your shoulders. Now bring your attention to your forehead. I want you to soften that forehead. I want you to really think about it. Notice if there's any tension, if you're maybe wrinkling your forehead. Just kind of relax it and let it go. Now bring your attention to your eyeballs. Same thing. Are you squinting your eyes? Kind of relax them. Imagine them sinking a little deeper into the eye sockets. Now bring your awareness to the center of your chest for a moment. Bring your awareness to your breath. Notice that if you're lying on your blanket like this, with your shoulders hanging off, you can take a little deeper breath, that your chest is open more. Your rib cage is open a little more, so that you're able to take a little deeper breath. So now let's soften and relax that belly right there. Now bring your attention to the palms of your hands. Imagine softening the palms of your hands right in the center. Maybe your fingertips will curl a little bit. Now soften the soles of your feet. You can squeeze them and then relax them if that helps you do that. Now begin to inhale and exhale through the nose if that's available to you this morning. I know it's spring. A lot of us have a lot of allergy issues and may struggle to inhale and exhale through the nose at the moment. So you can always purse your lips gently as if you're about to blow out a candle or give someone a little kiss on the cheek. And you can inhale through the small opening in your mouth that way if you cannot inhale and exhale through the nose. As you inhale, I want you to feel the belly rise. I want you to expand it, fill it up with air. Imagine you're filling up a balloon so that belly's pressing outward, lifting up to the ceiling. As you exhale, you're deflating that balloon, so you're letting the belly fall. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Nice, gentle, easy breath. You're not trying to control it. You're not trying to extend the inhalations or exhalations. Just breathe normally. Even your normal breaths are going to be a little deeper and longer and slower because you're on this little, your little roll here. Notice the opening. And after this next breath, we're going to begin to extend both the inhalations and the exhalations. So if you need to adjust anywhere on your little towel or blanket, please do so. And let's exhale the breath all the way out. And inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold up at the top for just up at the moment. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold up at the top. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, and sit in the emptiness for just a moment. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold up at the top. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold at the bottom. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold up at the top. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold up at the bottom. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, and 4. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Taking a moment to notice, to check in with your body. Feel the deeper breaths. Feel the opening, the cleansing from lying on your blanket or your bolster or whatever it is you're lying on this morning. Bringing your hands to your belly. Letting those shoulders rest for just a moment. before rolling over to one side or the other and pulling that blanket out or towel or whatever it is underneath you before coming back to lying on your back. Don't put that blanket too far away from you. We're going to use it again. So finding yourself lying on your back again, flat on the back. I want your knees bent to start with. And I want you to make sure you've got that nice little gentle natural arch in your spine. You're not pressing your lower back into the mat. So adjust your bottom so that you've got that nice little arch in your spine. And now bend the knees, grasp behind the thighs, and pull those knees to your chest for just a moment. Keeping that natural arch in your spine. Again, not pressing the lower back into the mat. It may feel weird to begin with if you generally do, and that's perfectly okay. Now, either hanging on to behind the thighs or you can grab the shins. Gently open those knees nice and wide. Opening the groin area a little bit. We open the heart and the chest. And I open the legs, open the groin area. Feel the stretch here. Gently pull those legs back together. And I want you to drop that left leg to the mat. You're going to keep it nice and straight. And you're going to grasp behind the thigh of the right leg. And pull that right knee towards your chest. And then slowly let it leave. Inhale, pull that knee into the chest. And then slowly back away. And then this time, inhale, reach that right leg up to the ceiling and flex that foot. You should feel that hamstring engage back behind you if you've still got your hand behind the thigh. Now I want you to point the toe and flex again. And point and flex and point and flex. Now let's do some ankle circles. Rotate those ankles. And let's reverse direction. And now bring that knee into the chest again one more time. And lift that knee back up to the ceiling again. You're still grasping behind the thigh. Let's inhale, lift the head and shoulders up off the mat. And then run your hand up that leg as far as you can. That may be just to your calf. That's perfectly fine. As far as you can go. Now reach the chin to the knee or your forehead to the toes. And breathe. Inhale, back away a little. Exhale, chin to the knee. Inhale, back away. Exhale, chin to the knee. Inhale, back away. Exhale, chin to the knee. Inhale, back away. Now, take your right hand. You can keep it right here on the calf or the thigh if you want, or reach it to the inside where you can grasp your big toe. Lower your head and shoulders to the mat and reach that left arm out to the side. Place it on the floor. And drop that right leg out to the right. Hanging on to it however you need to. You can grasp behind the thigh, you can grab the outside or the inside of the leg or the toe. Wherever you are. Try to keep this left hip on the mat. If you've gone too far, and that left hip will come up. So only go as far as you can go, keeping that left hip on the mat. Now inhale back up to the center, and I want you to take that left hand to the outside of that right leg. Bring your right hand down to the floor and draw that right leg across the body. You should really feel this in your hip and glute area right here. Hello, hips. And breathe. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring that knee to the chest one more time. And then straighten that right leg out. You should notice that the right hip should sink a little deeper into the floor than the left, and that right leg should probably feel a little bit longer than the left. It's kind of crazy how that is. It's really not, but it feels that way. But let's get the other side of your body feeling the same way as the right. So let's grasp behind the thigh of that left leg and bring the knee to the chest. And then back away and bring that knee to the chest. And back away and bring that knee to the chest. And back away and lift that left leg up to the ceiling, flexing that foot so your toe is reaching towards your nose. Now begin to point and flex and point and flex, point and flex. Now some ankle circles, one direction, rotate those ankles. And then now the other direction, rotate those ankles. And bring that knee to the chest one more time. And then back up to the ceiling with that foot nice and flexed. So on your next inhale, lift the head and shoulders up off the mat and run that hand up that leg. Again, wherever you can reach, maybe it's just up to the calf, maybe you can reach to the ankle. Exhale, chin to the knee, forehead to the toes. Inhale, back away. Exhale, chin to the knee. Inhale, back away. Exhale, chin to the knee. Inhale, back away. Exhale, bring the head and shoulders back down to the mat. So again, you've got options. You can keep hanging on to the outside of that leg. You can bring your left hand to the inside of the thigh or the calf, or you can reach your toe. Your right hand is on the ground, and you're going to drop that left leg out to the left as far as you can. It may drop further than the right, or it may not go as far. Again, this time you want to keep that right hip on the mat. So if that right hip starts lifting like that, you've gone too far. So bring that leg back up and let that leg go out as far as you can before you feel that hip lift. And breathe. Couple of breaths here. Inhale back up to the center. Now take that right hand to the outside of that left leg. Bring that left hand to the floor and then draw that left leg across the right side of the body. You're going to really feel that over here on the left hip and glutes. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring that left leg back up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring that knee to the chest for a moment. Inhale. And then exhale, drop that left leg back down to the mat. Feel the lengthening in both legs. They should feel even now. The hips should feel like they're grounded nice and firmly into the mat. So let's inhale those arms up overhead. Clasp your fingers and reach. Reach your toes to one end of the room and your fingers to the opposite end. Stretching as far as you can. And then exhale, release. And again, inhale, reach. And this time on your exhale, I want you to walk your hands and feet to the right corners of your mat. So your hands go up to the top right corner. Your feet go to the bottom right corner. You're still on your back. You're not rolling over on your side, but you should be in kind of a half moon position. A semicircle, kind of like a banana. And breathe. Great big side body stretch here. Please continue to breathe. Do not hold your breath. Inhale back to the center. And then exhale, bring your heels and hands to the top and bottom left corners of your mat. Feeling the big side body stretch on the right side of your body. And breathe. Please continue to breathe. Do not hold your breath. Inhale back to the center and exhale, release, and bring those hands back down. Now let's bend those knees. We're gonna do a couple of bridges this morning. So walk your heels towards your buttocks. And we're gonna flow. We're not gonna hold. We're gonna do some flowing. We're still doing some mobility work this morning. Take a big inhale and then exhale. Press the hips towards the ceiling while you're pressing through your feet. Inhale, back down. Nice and slow. Exhale, press through the feet. Shift the hips to the ceiling. Roll towards your shoulders. Inhale, back down. Exhale, press the hips up. You're pressing through your feet. Last one. Inhale, back down. Exhale, press those hips up to the ceiling. Inhale, back down. Exhale, release. Now, let's walk those feet nice and close together. Bring your arms out into a T position, out side to side with your palms up. We're going to do a quick little spinal twist. You're going to keep those feet on the floor. Take a big inhale and exhale. Drop the knees over to the right. Your gaze is going to be up at the ceiling or gently looking over the left shoulder towards the left fingertips. You should also feel this stretch up in the upper left shoulder and chest, just like we did when we were breathing at the beginning of class. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, release those hips. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, this time drop the knees over to the left, keeping those feet on the mat or the floor. Your gaze is up at the ceiling or gently looking over the right fingertips this time. Inhale back to the center and exhale, reset those hips. Now, bringing those hands back down, I want you to roll over to one side or the other. It does not really matter. And press yourself up to a seated position. Now, I want you to find yourself in this seated position, and you can have your legs out in front of you, or you can sit cross-legged, either way. We're going to do some rock the baby this morning. We're going to work on the hips a little bit more. So again, you can have this left leg either curled in or straightened out, either one. I want you to pick up your right foot. You're going to place that left hand in the middle of the foot, and the right arm is going to be around the knee. You're going to be sitting nice and tall on your sits bones. You're not leaning back and curled in. You're sitting nice and tall. And you're just going to begin to rock that baby. Again, if you need to, you can have that leg out to the side. Doesn't really matter, whatever is most comfortable for you so that you can sit on those sits bones. Now we should have opened the hip just a little bit. If it's available to you, you can go deeper into this pose. If this feels good to you, the way it is perfectly fine. If you want to go deeper, pick up this foot and bring it onto the forearm, or you can even get it into the elbow and wrap your arm and really imagine you've got a baby in your arms and you're rocking it. Now this is very intense. Make sure this foot is flexed. You don't want it just hanging. You're protecting your knee and your ankle. Now let's find some stillness here. We're just doing gentle rocks. But now I want you to rock right and left on those sits bones, back and forth. And this is really intense too, no matter where you have that foot. If you're just hanging on to the foot here, it's still pretty intense. And then slowly release. And then let that other one, that right leg out. You should feel how we opened that hip up just a little bit more. So let's shift and go to the other. Again, this time your right leg can be turned in or sitting straight out, either one. Grasp that left foot, the bottom in the middle of the foot. Wrap your arm around the knee and gently rock side to side, or right, gently rock the baby. Remember, foot is flexed, so you're protecting the knee and the ankle. It's not just kind of hanging. You've got that foot nice and flexed. So it's nice and active. Now that we've warmed up that hip a little bit, if you want to go deeper, now you can bring that foot to the top of the forearm or on into the crook of the elbow and wrap around to get a little deeper and rock that baby this way. Again, sitting nice and tall on those sits bones. You are not crunched in. You've got your shoulders down and back, sitting tall. Now let's find a little bit of stillness here, and then right and left on those sits bones. And slowly release and release. Now those hips should be nice and open. We're going to move into doing some psoas work and hip flexor work. So let's move on over to your hands and knees. If you need a cushion to protect your knees, please get your towel or a pillow or something to place under your knees. So let's start for just a moment here in your tabletop position, and let's cat-cow first. Let's get the spine nice and supple. Let's inhale, lift the head up, gently drop the belly, chin just to the parallel to the floor. Exhale, tuck the chin to your chest, arch the back, press the floor away from you for cat. Inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale back to your tabletop position. Now, I want you to walk yourself back up. And now, I want you to step your left foot forward. You see how I'm at a nice 90-degree angle here? That's what you want. But now let's walk, I want you to walk your left leg kind of out to the center. I don't want it close or like super in line. So you want your hips kind of squared off. So you're still in your 90-degree angle. Let's take a big inhale. Reach the crown of your head to the ceiling. And exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, back away. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, back away. Exhale, hinge forward. You're just letting that knee come forward just a little bit. You're not going all the way. We're just warming up a little bit. Now, I want you to bring those hands to the floor. On the inside of that left foot. Walk that left foot out to about shoulder, to right outside that shoulder. And I want you to curl the toes on that right foot and then press up into your nice tall lunge here. Now you've got a couple of options. You can walk yourself up or you can reach up. Straighten that leg and then sink in. You should really be feeling your stretch right here in your hip flexor. Your knee is over your ankle. You're not bending that knee forward. You're sitting nice and tall. Arms up overhead. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And breathe. And exhale, hands down. And step back to your plank position. And then drop back down to your knees. And then bring that right foot forward. And again, you're in your nice 90-degree position. Your knee is over your ankle. Hands are on your hips. Take a big inhale. And exhale, hinge forward just a little bit. Inhale, back away. Exhale, move forward. Inhale, back away. Exhale, forward. You should be feeling this right here. Inhale, back away. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back away. Walk this right foot out. Bring the hands down. Curl the toes and step back to your lunge. And again, you've got options here. You can walk your way up the leg, or if it's available, you can reach up. Straighten that leg and exhale, sink in. This is a big balance as well. Just drop the shoulders away from the ears. You should really be feeling the stretch here. And breathe. Exhale, hands down. And step back to plank. And back down to your knees. Press the hips back towards the buttocks. Drop the forehead towards the mat for a quick little child's pose. Inhale, pull forward. And then exhale, shift those hips to the side. Now bring the soles of those feet together. Okay. Bring the soles of those feet together. Now, your hands are right here on your ankles. Or if it's available to you, you can bring your hands to the backs of the feet. Sit here for just a moment and let those knees butterfly. Nice and gentle, not rough. You don't want to be rough. Just be nice and easy here. Now, taking a big inhale, find some stillness. Let's stop with the knees butterflying. And then exhale, hinge forward, keeping a nice straight spine. You can take your elbows and press into the calves. You can bring your elbows in front and breathe. Please continue to breathe. Do not hold your breath. And gently back away. Hands behind the knees. And let's bring those knees up. Now, while you're sitting up, go ahead and grab your towel or your yoga blanket again. You're going to do one final pose before we move into shavasana. You are going to, again, roll your blanket or your towel, but this time you're going to have it horizontal on the mat instead of vertical. You're going to bring yourself, you're going to lie on this, but your shoulders are going to be on the floor. So this is going to be like right underneath your shoulder blades, so that the back of the shoulders hit the floor. Your chest is again reaching up to the ceiling, but instead of going up your spine, you are, the blanket is behind your back, right underneath your shoulder blades, right around underneath your ribs or so. And again, your arms are out to the side, palms up. Feel the difference. This is actually a supported or a version of bridge pose. It's a supported version to help you roll back onto your shoulders. Lift your heart up to the ceiling. Open up the rib cage. Open up the heart so that you can breathe better. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. As you inhale, feel that belly rise. Fill up with air. As you exhale, let that belly fall. Now check in with your body here as well. If you've got a big, tall roll on your blanket and it's hurting your back, please roll off of that blanket and unroll it some so that you've got a lower roll, a smaller roll. This should not be an uncomfortable position for you. It should actually be a very comfortable position. The shoulders and the back of the head should be on the floor. A few more breaths here. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. One more. Inhale deeply. exhale completely. And now, if your legs are flat out, please bend your knees. And then you've got a couple of options here. You can roll off your blanket or your towel, or you can do your regular bridge. Shift the hips up to the ceiling, press through your feet, and then pull that blanket out from underneath you, towel, whatever. Move it out of your way. We are moving into our final resting pose of shavasana. Traditionally, shavasana is practiced lying on your back with your feet about mat width apart, which is a little wider than shoulder width. Your arms out to the side with your palms up. But maybe this is not comfortable to you. If it is not comfortable to you, find a comfortable position. If you need your knees bent to help your back, that's perfectly fine. If you need something, if you prefer your blanket or a pillow underneath your knees to support the knees, that's fine. You can have both hands on your belly. You can have one on your belly, one on your heart, both on your heart. Whatever you need today to find yourself super comfortable for the next few moments. I want you to bring your awareness to all the points of contact your body has with the floor, with your mat, with whatever surface you're on this during this practice. I want you to feel the texture, the firmness, the softness. Notice whether it's a warm surface, a cool surface. All the sensations your body feels while you're on this surface. Let's take a great big inhale through the nose. And exhale side out, let it go. And again, inhale. And exhale side out. Now imagine this bright yellow ball of warm light. This great big light of warm yellow light begins up at the top of your head. Warm and heavy, moving down the back of your head, down the back of your neck, all the way down your spine. Feeling yourself sink into the mat, into the warm heaviness. Warm and heavy over the forehead. That forehead softens and relaxes. Warm and heavy down the bridge of the nose. Warm and heavy across the cheekbones. Your cheekbones just kind of melt away. Warm and heavy down the jaw. And that jaw unhinges just a little bit. Releasing the tongue from the back of the throat and the roof of the mouth. Warm and heavy down the throat. Warm and heavy, caressing across the shoulders, down the upper arms and the forearms, over the wrists, palms of the hands, backs of the hands and the fingers. Warm and heavy over the chest, the heart. Warm and heavy over the rib cage and the belly. Warm and heavy across the hips. And those hips soften and relax and open up just a little bit more. Releasing those femur bones from the hips. Warm and heavy over the thighs. Those thighs just melt into the mat. Warm and heavy over the kneecaps. And they kind of lift and float away. Releasing those shin bones. Warm and heavy over the calves, and they just puddle to the floor. Warm and heavy over the ankles, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet and the toes. Completely cocooned in this warm, heavy feeling. Completely relaxed. Imagine yourself in your happy place, wherever your happy place is today. Maybe you're in your happy place. Maybe your happy place is at a beach. Maybe it's in the forest, pasture, somewhere on a body of water. Imagine yourself in your happy place, completely relaxed. No one's going to bother you. You don't have to do anything for the next few minutes. Settle in this warm, heavy feeling in your happy place. Take a deep breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring a little movement into your body. You can roll your wrists and ankles. Take another deep breath. Lift your arms up over your head. Give yourself a big stretch. And then bend your knees and roll over to your favorite side, right or left, whichever one you need today. And stretching your top leg out for balance with your head heavy, please press yourself up to a seated position. Lokai, Samastai, Sukhino, Bhavantu. May I have peace and happiness. May you have peace and happiness. May all beings have peace and happiness. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for showing up and joining me today. I'm eternally grateful. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me know below whether you were able to join in on the class and what you thought about it. I hope to see you back here at 3 o'clock on my regular page for our final, 12:30 for our mid-afternoon, midday movement challenge, and then again at 3 o'clock. So y'all have a great day.